I'm Gina from the Children's Museum of Green Bay, and today we're going to do a recycled art project that focuses on a famous artist. Maybe you've heard of Dale Chihuly. He's an artist that makes sculptures out of blown glass. If you have ever been to the Widener Center in Green Bay, you may have seen one of his sculptures hanging in the lobby area. So Dale Chihuly is very famous for all the beautiful colors and blown glass sculptures that are in a lot of very famous buildings. Today we're going to do some recycled art that's going to sort of be a little like what he does, except we're not going to use glass, we're going to use plastic. So for this project you are going to need some plastic, either a plastic cup that is clear, and a thicker plastic works better. Or you could get a plastic bottle, like a Gatorade bottle, a thicker plastic like that, and that will work too. I made some earlier today, and what we are gonna do is color our plastic, and then we're gonna melt it down in the oven. And when you do that, they start to melt down and change shapes, and they turn into some really cool sculptures, or you can make something to hang up in your window. All right, I'm gonna do today with our plastic cup. So what you're gonna do is take your plastic cup and get some Sharpie markers. They do need to be Sharpie, a permanent marker, in order for it to stay on the cup. And you're just gonna take your markers and you're going to color and decorate your cup any way that you like, all right? So just take your marker, color, that one's kind of dried out, so we're gonna pick a different one here. And you could do a flower, you could just do a design, you can get creative with it. I'm gonna keep working on coloring this one in. All right, I'm just finishing up here with my last bits of color. All right, and I have it all decorated. It might not look like much right now, but when we put this in the oven and it melts down a little, the colors are gonna become so much more vibrant. So let's get this in the oven. All right, what you're gonna wanna do next is get a piece of foil and put it on top of a baking sheet. Make sure that you get parent help for this part because you're going to be using the oven. You're going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees, and then take your cup or your creation, your plastic creation, and put it right on top of the foil that's on your cookie sheet, and put the cookie sheet in the oven. Now, it's going to melt down pretty quickly. It sometimes only takes about a minute. Depending on how thick your plastic is, it could take a few more minutes, but watch it through the window so that you can see when it's melting down and to the point that you want to take it out and not have it melt anymore. Plus, you don't want to leave it in so long that it would start to burn. All right, so then carefully take it out when you are done. I'm gonna go pop this one in the oven right now. Just took it out of the oven and it's still a little warm. As you could see, when the heat got on it inside the oven, it just started to melt down, and this really only took about a minute to melt down. Once it's come out of the oven, you'll want to let it cool for a little bit, and you'll notice that the plastic gets harder, gets a little glossier sometimes. Depending on the cup, it might even turn a little white. But your colors will pop a little more, it'll be a little brighter, and then you can decide what you want to do with it. If you want to pound a little nail hole into it and make a hanging, you could. If you knew you wanted to do that ahead of time, you could even punch a hole in your cup before you do that so that your hole is still there. Or maybe if you're using parts of a plastic bottle and you cut it up, this is the bottom, this is the middle of the bottle and this is the top, they might just be some cool sculptures just like Dale Chihuly had. All right, it's warm, it's cool enough for me to pick up. Here is my finished creation. So it went down, it's very hard now. It even kind of warped into some cool shapes, just like a sculpture that Dale Chihuly would do. Well, have fun with your recycled art projects in inspiration from Dale Chihuly. And if you make any, we would love to see it in the comment section, so post a picture, all right? All right, everyone, have a great day. We'll see you next time. Bye.